In this video, I'm going to share with you a simple system that helped me make over $200,000 from just 50,000 YouTube views. If you've not watched that video and you want to watch it, I'll put the link up and I'll put it in the description and pinned comment below. So let me share with you the exact system. Simple, practical, highly effective. The simple system, the major component was email marketing. Email marketing. Then now, why does it work? Why does email marketing work to give you such massive results from just what? A small view count. I will explain. It is down to marketing, how marketing works. Marketing, if you want to understand it, is like wooing a woman. Wooing a woman. What does it take for a woman to go from a complete stranger to becoming a man's wife? Think about it. From a complete stranger to a man's wife. There are people who are married today who just 5 years ago were strangers to each other. Now they might have a child, they might have 2 kids and have great plans together. But it was not like that maybe just 5 years or 10 years ago. So how did they go from being total strangers to becoming husband and wife? If you understand that, you have understood a lot about marketing and why email helps it work. And I'm going to explain it briefly here. If a man meets a woman for the first time and likes her, he doesn't go to her and tell her, sis, hey lady, good day, I like you, I would like you to be my wife, we want to have 4 children. Imagine a man doing such a thing to a total stranger. The woman will run away because she believes she's dealing with a psycho. What would the man do? The man will greet her, hello, how are you, fine? Maybe they are in the bus, they are talking, look at what is happening in this country, they are gisting. And the lady alights and the man alights too from the bus and they keep walking. The man has a plan, he likes the woman. He will try to know a little bit about her without being intrusive and just walks down the way. As they are walking, maybe as people who just get down from the bus, they just tell a story and they go their way. The lady goes right, he goes left. Now he might just try to find out where the lady lives or the area she lives. They meet again at the bus stop after 3 days. Hello, how are you? Fine. And then as they keep meeting, seeing themselves casually, maybe while they are going to work or somewhere, he offers to pay. Don't worry, let me pay, please, let me just pay. Okay, he pays, being a gentleman. Before you know it, they start, they know themselves now, they are now acquaintances. Where do you work? I work at so place. From there, it builds up to, can we grab something at Chicken Republic or Tasty Chicken or whatever, the branch. She takes something. She can now take stuff. They can branch and take something together. Familiarity is building. And before you know it, they get to a point where you've not even called me. It's for the last 4 days, you didn't even call me. You didn't know I was sick. They're getting familiar. They're building. Until before you know it, they cannot miss texting themselves in a day or calling themselves in a day. And before you know it, it has built to, I want you to be my wife. But every adult, every normal human being knows the process. Marketing is like that. You cannot meet a total stranger and expect them to take your offer immediately. Yes, if they are in desperate need and your offer is not something that requires so much thinking, of course, they might buy it. But that's not the typical response. Marketers will tell you that it takes about 7 exposures minimum on average for a typical buyer to buy from you. Now, the higher the offer, the higher the cost of the offer, the more demanding the offer, the higher the frequency, the longer rather, the longer the time, you will need to build enough trust or enough confidence in the buyer for them to go ahead with the transaction. Just like if you just want to ask direction from a person, you can meet a lady on the way for the first time and say, good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, sister. Please, I don't know my way around here. Where is a GT bank? Is a GT? Somebody said there's a GT bank around, but I can't find my way around. Most normal, well-brought up people can direct you, say go right, go left, because you're not asking anything so demanding on the person. Provided you are in a safe space, the person most people will easily direct you. But you cannot compare asking for direction to a bank or to a place. You cannot compare that to asking somebody to be the mother of your children, to be your wife. The commitment level. And because the commitment level is very high for be my wife, what it takes to build the person's trust, love, confidence to that point is much what? Demanding. It will also demand more from you. Interact, build trust. So look at what email marketing helps you do. Email marketing helps you get familiar with that person, or rather get the person familiar with you. Makes the person begin to feel more comfortable with you. And if you do your email marketing right, you also show them more of your expertise. That builds trust. They become more familiar. They start to trust you more, and they start to see your expertise more, and therefore they trust your recommendation better. I'll ask you a question. If a very close friend of yours who is a welder comes and gives you advice on a serious medical issue, and then you have another friend who has been a medical doctor for the past 25 years, he gives you an advice on the same medical issue. By default, whose advice will you take? You will take the medical doctors. But what if you are building a house and you are considering the type of rods you will use in the house? Which of those friends will you listen to his advice? More likely the welder. The point we're making is that people might become familiar with you, may even become so close bonded with you, but if you don't show them expertise, when they trust you, but they have not seen your expertise in that subject matter, so they will go to a subject matter expert. But if the subject matter expert also is a friend, it takes the whole game to the next level, because they believe that this person not only has the knowledge, but is a friend. And there's a way we have been raised to deal with people whom we consider friends. So that's what email marketing helps you achieve. Now, having said that, I have a simple process I implemented and I still implement in my email marketing strategy. I don't complicate it. I just send emails every day, sometimes twice. Some days I might send 3 if I have something close. But then look at the important ingredient of my email marketing, my own personal email marketing. And I learned it from a man called Ben Settle. Ben Settle is about the world's authority. I will list him among the top 3 in email marketing. He knows his stuff. My method that I learned from him is write interesting emails and write stories as emails and connect them to what you are selling. For example, now, if I wanted to teach you something on marketing, email marketing, I use the example of a man wooing a woman. And I say, imagine this man met a stranger and asked her to be his wife right away. And I start telling the story of a funny guy who just met a lady for the first time and say, will you be my wife? And then from there, I begin to connect it into email marketing. And then from there, I connect it to, by the way, I am running a boot camp, a 7-day boot camp to help you write your emails correctly. Now, my email title is not how to do email marketing right. But I started with a story. So the story will be, see what this crazy guy told a complete stranger. And somebody is curious, he wants to go. So there's a process. I tell stories. And that's now when I even stopped that one of those email lists, people were writing, sending me messages long after. Bros, we miss your email. Why? Because some of my messages in the email had double messages. Apart from what I was selling, they had motivational stuff, they had inspirational stuff, they had stories of my life that taught lessons, which lessons are now connected to what I was selling. And every email I was sending out was selling something. But the headers were not buy this. They were like stories. Like I could share an example I had with a crazy child. Or a child who said a crazy thing. And when the people are laughing, I sequel it and move them into what I have to offer. Like when my children came to me in church, the children in church came to me when I was children's pastor and said, Uncle, I said, yes. Said, Uncle, we want to take you out. I was just wondering, children, you want to take me out? Then I just paused and said, but who will pay? And the children laughed. Of course, you will pay, Uncle. Now, I used that, said, when my children wanted to take me out. That was the title of the email. And I told the story. And I connected it to something that was an offer. Just blending it in, move it. That is my strategy. And I send those emails every day. And people now start looking forward to it. And within those emails that I make fun, entertaining, I include lessons. And sometimes link them to my video that explains something further. And then I link them to what I want them to buy. That was how I kept building my relationship with people. Building trust, showing my expertise, and then making them buy. A simple process, but it works. One other thing I did within the email to foster closeness was that I included my phone number. Yes, anybody could reply your email if you wanted to go further talk with you. But at the point I gave them, said, look, feel free to call me on this number. And I put my direct number. So some people will just try and call and I answer them. That is the email side. If you want to learn more about this, there is a course and a program I have where I teach people that. You will see the link in the description and pinned comment. But that was not all I did. I did something else. I was hosting meetups. Meetups where you need to ask me a question. You want to come and let me show you some things. It is not a seminar. It is not just a place where people gather and I demonstrate some things to them. I have them ask questions. We interact. Now that was pre-COVID and we did it physical. It was physical meetups. Sometimes we might even have entertainment where I just share some things with them, discuss people just in a lighter mood. And people ask questions. This thing you're talking about, how will it work? This thing you say you want to do, how will it do it? All their concerns, people were dropping and people were coming. And we now, in fact, many years after, so these people are still my friends. When we talk on phone, it is no more business. Even before I started this business, this particular program I'm doing now, I discussed with some of them, and it was their feedback that helped me fine-tune it. Because I know they are my ideal customers. If you get the point. So if you want to get the most from a small channel, the simple process is what? Have a process by which you can keep communicating with your prospects every day. They say out of sight is out of mind. Then the next step is what? If you can, have a physical meetup. But if you cannot have a physical meetup or it's not practical, you can have online meetups. You can say, look, can we just hang out and ask some questions, share your story with me or whatever. Anything you have that bothers you about this program, we are all going to gather on Zoom by so and so time. We did that too. And people will be dropping their concerns, asking you questions, even bringing suggestions. And before you know it, you create a strong bond and you even create a community because people will also interact amongst themselves. That was what I did. Now, if you want to learn more advanced tactics and strategies, simple but advanced, effective strategies that will take you from $0 to $10,000 per month, I will encourage you to click the link in my pinned comment and description, one of the links there. It will take you to our program, $10K in 24 months. You would sign up, but will require you to fill out an application form. After the application form, if you are selected, you will now book a call and we can talk. You can raise your concerns, ask me any question, and that talk will be just two of us on that call for about 30 minutes, just the two of us talking. Ask me any question, anything that you are concerned about. That's that. But if you don't have the time and you don't want to go through a training, you can join us for our Done For You package, where we create the system that makes you $20,000 per month. You can pay for the full package or you can pay for a subset. If you also are interested in that, you also need to sign up. After you sign up, we'll send you to an application. We'll show you an application form where you apply. After applying, those who qualify, we'll send them a link to where they can book a call with me. And when you book a call, we can talk, you ask all your questions and get clarity. Thank you for watching the video. See you on the next video. God bless you and have a great life.